Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Ramon, and welcome once again to the famous Pipe Smoker Friday show. This is episode 2. Woohoo! That's right. So, um, episode 2 of the famous Pipe Smoker Friday show. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for watching. I know there's a few people that watched Cesar Romero's episode last week. I hope a lot of you will get to watch this episode. And here's the honest truth. I was doing a lot of research for today's episode and was not able to find an appropriate pipe smoker. Sorry. But last Monday here in the United States was President's Day. So I figure what better way than to observe President's Day by remembering President Gerald Ford. Hey, wait a minute. Dude, seriously? This is Chevy Chase. Now, not only are we edging ourselves, but this is probably going to confuse a lot of our viewers. Sorry, millennials. But do me a favor. Go ahead and Google Chevy Chase, Gerald Ford Perry, and you'll see a lot of SNL sketches, and they are hilarious. Now, can we get back on track now? Thank you. Okay. Anyways. So, when Gerald R. Ford took the oath of office on August 9th, 1974, he declared, "I assume the presidency under extraordinary circumstances. This is an hour of history that troubles our minds and hurts our hearts." It was indeed an unprecedented time. He had been the first vice president chosen under the terms of the 25th Amendment, and in the aftermath of the Watergate scandal, was succeeding the first president ever to resign. Over the ensuing months' investigation into Nixon's involvement in Watergate, after those investigations were sped up, culminating with Nixon's resignation on August 8, 1974. One day later, Ford was sworn in as the 38th President of the United States. The following month, Gerald Ford pardoned Richard Nixon, a move that hung like a shadow over Ford's long-standing reputation for integrity. Ford was confronted when he took office with almost insuperable tasks. There were the challenges of mastering inflation, reviving a depressed economy, solving chronic energy shortages, and trying to ensure world peace. Ford's reputation for integrity and openness had made him popular during his 25 years in Congress. 25 years, can you guys believe that? From 1965 to 1973, he was House Minority Leader. Ford was born in Omaha, Nebraska in 1913. He grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He starred on the University of Michigan football team and then went to Yale, where he served as assistant coach while earning his law degree. During World War II, he attained the rank of lieutenant commander in the U.S. Navy. After the war, he returned to Grand Rapids, where he began the practice of law and entered Republican politics. A few weeks before his election to Congress in 1948, he married Elizabeth Bloomer, who later became Betty Ford, and they had 4 children. Following in Nixon's footsteps with China, Ford was the first U.S. president to visit Japan. However, he is often remembered as clumsy, ironic given his athletic prowess, due to several trips, falls, and gaffes that were immortalized in parody by Chevy Chase on Saturday Night Live. See, this is why I told you guys to Google that stuff. Challenged by fellow Republican Ronald Reagan, President Ford won the Republican nomination for the presidency in 1976, but lost the election to his Democratic opponent, former Governor Jimmy Carter of Georgia. On his inauguration day, President Carter began his speech by saying, "For myself and for our nation, I want to thank my predecessor for all he has done to heal our land, and a grateful people concurred." So there you go. That's what I have to say about President Ford. My thanks to whitehouse.org and biography.com for a lot of the information that I presented to you guys. Now, to my knowledge, no, that's not true. Well, it is true in a way. I was going to say that he's the only president, but I'm sure there were others. But to my knowledge, or at least as far as I know, in current memory, he's the only president who smoked in the Oval Office. Excuse me, drinking some hot cocoa. It's cold. Anyways, so yeah, so that's President Ford, famous pipe smoker. Now, I saw something on Facebook today that kind of ties into the presidency, and it's the story of a man who worked for the Secret Service. So he was a Secret Service agent, and the last president that he served under was President Ford. There's the tie-in. Anyway, this guy's name, this agent's name is Clint Hill. And according to what I read on Facebook, he served under 5 presidents, including Nixon. I think he began with Eisenhower, and then Kennedy, Nixon, and Ford. I may be missing one. But anyways, he's written a book, and it's either coming out or it's already out, and it's called The 5 Presidents. And I found the little bit I read about him on Facebook was fascinating. And if I can copy that link, I'll post it in the notes here for this episode. Anyways, that guy Carter Hill sounds fascinating. Not Carter Hill, Clint Hill. Sounds very fascinating, and I will be hopefully getting that book because it sounds fascinating. Served under 5 presidents, man. Wow, one of them Kennedy. Anyways, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode 2 of the El Magnifico. That's me. Of the Famous Pipe Smoker Friday show. Until next week, may God bless you all. Solo. Before I sign off, make sure to like this video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends about me. Follow me on the social medias at the El Magnifico. And now, till I see you next week, may God bless you all. So long. Thanks for all the fish. Ciao.